Hi, this is Sarah Griffith with Scaped Outdoors, and I just want to first say thank you. The response that our community has had to our seasonal igloo rentals has been phenomenal. We're so grateful to have gotten to do this for so many families in our community, and so I just wanted to come on here and talk to you a little bit more about it today. I also want to mention to you that we will be extending beyond the holidays. When I first launched this, in my mind, I was like, let's see how this goes for November and December, and then I will decide from there if we're going to continue into January, February, and March. And I have decided that yes, we are. It's going really well, and it's being very well received by the community. So, Scaped Outdoors will continue to offer igloo rentals for January, February, and some of March. We'll see how the weather looks. As far as what to expect for January, we're going to switch over once the new year hits. We'll switch over to a winter theme. More to come on that. You'll probably start to see content in our social media in the next week, sort of like teasing what the inside looks like. We like to kind of hold off on that until we get a little closer to January. But anyways, so that will be a theme available in January, and then towards the end of January, we will also have a Valentine's Day theme that you'll be able to sign up for. So end of January into February, you can use that theme, and then end of February into March, you're welcome to use the winter theme again. So if you have an upcoming birthday party, just want to do something fun in the winter, looking for a unique date idea, please keep us in mind for that. So anyways, let's switch gears now. What I want to talk about was the difference between our igloos and the igloos at the winery, because a lot of people have asked, like, isn't that the same thing that they do at the winery? And the answer is yes, it is. It's very similar. So the winery tends to have more than one of these. They tend to have a lot, and they set them up kind of like in a row or like side by side, and you go to the winery and you usually rent them for 1 to 2 hours. That's the norm. Sometimes the winery will have options to purchase food outside of their alcohol, and they will come with, a simple table. Typically, it's like a circular table in the middle of the igloo. They'll have like a space heater in there and maybe a candle, a couple candles, like fake candles here or there. At least that's what we have tend to see because we've been in a lot of them. And so that is typically what the decor looks like. And again, your window is shorter. When you go to it, you are having a totally different experience. You're leaving the house, you're going to a winery, sometimes you're meeting friends there. There's not a lot of privacy because you're amongst other people who also have rented the igloo. And so while yes, this experience is lovely, it's something that we have definitely partaken in, and yes, it's cheaper than what it costs to bring our igloo to the house by the hour, because you're only paying for an hour or two, so it feels more affordable. But the reality is, it's you're really talking about two totally separate things, and here's why. I want you to kind of see the difference. So that's what happens if you go to the winery. But what's happening is when we come to your house, we are coming to your house and we're bringing to you, very similar to the igloo that you see at the winery, but it's much more of an elevated experience. We have the chandelier, we have the beautiful flooring that we put in it so you don't have to sit on the ground. We have really tasteful, mindful, planned out themes inside of it. During the holidays right now, you have the tree, you've got the garland, you've got the decorations all over the table, you have real place settings. All of it is just very elevated and, again, way more intimate, way more private. People are choosing this because they want to host at home. That's like one of the key differences here is you want to be at home. You want people to come to your house. Some people have been using it for like a birthday party for their children, holiday gatherings. Like the list of what people have been using it for is really fun to see. But just know that this is more of an elevated experience. This isn't just go to the winery, stay for an hour and leave. This is an event. Like, people are planning this for an event. Cost wise, again, I know that sometimes, our price tag of $350 if you just do the one theme, or $400 if you add the fire pit, feels like, whoa, that might be a lot of money. But the reality is if you actually rented out the igloo at the winery for 24 hours, I want to say it's going to run you, say you went to a winery where it's $25 an hour times 24 hours, you're looking at about $600. So in comparison, when you compare the two, you're getting a much more elevated experience. It's private, it's at your own home, and technically it actually does cost less than what it costs to go to the winery. So again, I think it just depends on What's your preference? Do you just want it for an hour and you don't need all the fancy decor and you're cool with not being at home? Or are you looking for a really elevated event with privacy, intimacy, and having people over that's very elevated? So, again, totally different experiences. Nothing wrong with either one of them, just different. So, yes, it is the same igloo, but it's totally different experience. So, I hope this is helpful. This is not me throwing shade to the winery igloos. Love them, glad they exist. Just pointing out that this is a totally kind of a different opportunity. So, anyways, in the event that you want to book an igloo with us and have us come build it at your home, we appreciate you. We would love to come and do that for you. You simply need to fill out the form on our social media, and we'll be in touch with the next steps. Have a great day.